When life gets tough, it's easy to feel like we're in this alone, like the weight of the world is on our shoulders, and there's no one to turn to. That's why having a supportive network is such a crucial habit for building emotional resilience. Resilience isn't a journey we take on our own. We need others. While it's important to strengthen our inner self, it's equally essential to have people around us who will support us, challenge us, and help us get through tough times. This network doesn't have to be huge, but it must be meaningful. We all know what it's like to feel isolated, especially when life's challenges feel overwhelming. But here's the thing. There's a big difference between being alone and feeling lonely. Loneliness occurs when we isolate ourselves, when we feel disconnected from others, even when surrounded by people. Being alone, however, can be a conscious choice, a time to recharge, reflect, and reset. But the key is that we need to actively choose who we allow into our lives. By intentionally building a network of people who support us, we create a cushion for ourselves when life gets tough. The people we choose to surround ourselves with can make or break our emotional resilience. It's not about having a large circle of acquaintances. In fact, it's about quality over quantity. A handful of close, trustworthy individuals who genuinely care about our well-being and growth are far more important than a crowd of superficial connections. These people will be your sounding board, the ones who listen when you're struggling and offer advice when you need it. They'll be there during the difficult moments and cheer you on during the successes. The beauty of a supportive network is that it gives us perspective. When we're in the midst of something challenging, we may not see the bigger picture. Talking to someone we trust can remind us of our strengths, help us reframe our thinking, or simply give us the space to vent. Having the right people in your corner also means having those who encourage you to keep going, especially when you feel like giving up. They'll push you to grow, to step outside your comfort zone, and to take risks. Surrounding yourself with people who inspire you is essential for building resilience. They challenge your beliefs, offer new perspectives, and help you see potential in places you might not have noticed. Resilience isn't about staying in the safety of the familiar. It's about stretching yourself, and having a network that supports that growth is crucial. It's like having a team who helps you train, equips you with tools, and lifts you up when you're feeling down. But what happens when you don't have that network yet? What if you're feeling alone and don't know where to start? The first step is to reach out. It might feel uncomfortable or even vulnerable, but reaching out to friends, reconnecting with old connections, or being open to making new ones is how we begin building that supportive network. It's a process that takes time. But by being open and intentional, you'll create relationships where you are not alone in your struggles. Every healthy relationship begins with taking that first step. Of course, emotional resilience isn't just about relying on others. We must also take care of ourselves. That's where the fourth habit, regular self-care, comes into play. In the rush of our daily lives, it's easy to neglect ourselves. We might feel guilty for taking time for ourselves, or we tell ourselves we don't have enough time to prioritize our own well-being. But here's the truth. Self-care is not optional. It's a necessity if we want to maintain emotional resilience. Without it, we risk burning out and losing the energy to keep going. Self-care goes far beyond bubble baths or pampering, although those can certainly be a part of it. True self-care is about taking a holistic approach to our well-being, mental, physical, and emotional. When we neglect any of these areas, we make ourselves vulnerable to stress and setbacks. Emotional resilience requires that we not only have the mental strength to overcome challenges, but also that we have the physical energy, and emotional balance to support ourselves when life gets tough. One key aspect of self-care is managing stress. Stress is inevitable. It's part of life. But how we manage stress makes all the difference. When we allow stress to build up unchecked, it can quickly overwhelm us, leading to burnout and emotional exhaustion. Stress clouds our judgment, makes us reactive, and weakens our resilience. That's why it's essential to have stress management techniques in place. Whether it's exercising, meditating, taking short breaks, or engaging in activities that help us relax and reset. When we take the time to care for our bodies and minds, we're better equipped to handle challenges without letting stress control us. Another important part of self-care is setting boundaries. This one can be particularly tough for those of us who like to help others or fear disappointing people. But here's the reality: we can't pour from an empty cup. If we're constantly giving to others without taking time to replenish ourselves, we'll eventually burn out. Setting boundaries is not about being selfish. It's about ensuring that we can show up for ourselves and for others when needed. Learning how to say no, prioritizing our own needs, and giving ourselves permission to rest without feeling guilty are all essential components of maintaining emotional resilience. Self-care also involves nurturing our inner world. This could mean practicing mindfulness, journaling, spending time in nature, or doing something creative that makes us feel alive. It's about finding activities that help us reconnect with ourselves, reduce mental clutter, and cultivate a sense of peace. In a world that constantly demands more from us, self-care is a reminder that we need to stop, breathe, and take care of our mental and emotional health so we can continue moving forward with strength and clarity. In the end, emotional resilience is built through a combination of having the right people in our lives and consistently practicing self-care. When we build a supportive network and prioritize our own well-being, we create a solid foundation that helps us navigate life's inevitable challenges. It's in these habits that we find the strength to face adversity with confidence and the courage to keep moving forward.